everybody and they're made aware, because I know I email blasted just a few days ago and I got a lot of response from you guys, but we're busy, right? So we need like reminders. So that's what I wanted to do. So I'm gonna get right to it because I don't want this live to be super long. Okay, so because you can hear me fine, right? Just want to make sure I'm able to see back and forth. So anywho, I created this beautiful ritual. I already did the video. All I have to do is edit it, and then I will post it. And of course, I'll share it on my Wix webpage, so all of you are able to see how to do this beautiful, beautiful scripting through water magic. Now, I don't want to overwhelm you with too much information in one video. So the main purpose of this video was to answer the questions of all of the people that are going to start attending my wealth course that starts on March 17th. Now, the energy on March 17th is really radiant and important because it's St. Patrick's Day. So if everybody that connects with the energy of St. Patrick's knows that it's all about, you know, the energy of luck, the energy of wealth, you know, the whole folklore of, you know, finding the leprechaun or the end of the rainbow, because that's where the pot of gold is. So everybody knows me through my scripting to manifest your soulmate and your love life, to have this beautiful love life and this beautiful relationship. And a lot of the people that I work with have had lapses in their relationships due to wealth. We're undergoing a lot of changes in our world, and there's a lot of uncertainty when it comes to our money. I mean, the whole thing with COVID changed the way of our lives completely. We went from working, you know, our 9-to-5 jobs to a lot of us working remotely, a lot of us starting businesses and really liking that aspect of our lives, and we want to continue it. And then we have the people that are working 9-to-5s and are like, oh, I don't want to do that. I want to do my own thing. So I find that creating this wealth course has helped me in my own business. Of course, start new businesses, expand my own horizons, share with family and friends, because I'm all about co-creation. This is why I'm sharing this wealth course, because my vision is, if we are all wealthy, especially us good-hearted people that love to help, we're going to share that prosperity with others. We're going to lend a hand. We're going to be able to help others. So let's get to it. The first question I got was very personal, from Gabby. So Gabby's question had to do with her relationship and some forgiveness that she wanted to undergo. And we talked in the scripting and the wealth class, we talk about how we rescript. And of course, you know, here's a video that we're sharing, and it is not the same because I can't share too much on it. This is why this wealth course is so important, because I'm teaching you through videos, through workbooks, through journal prompts, and you get to ask me questions. Hey, Daisy, I didn't understand this. You know, how do I do this? And either I'll create another video or I'll go into personal details with you. So rescripting is something that I do almost daily. And I wanted to touch a little bit on that. I think I got a question. So I'm trying to open everything. I'm trying to be available. You could ask the questions through here. If you're on the webpage and you're asking through the webpage, I also have it open. So I'm kind of like everywhere. Okay. Let's see. Somebody. All right. So I don't know what that is. I think that's not something to do. Okay. So I'm going to show you my personal script. Yay, welcome. I'm so happy you're here. So I'm going to show you my personal script. This is my journal. I go through these guys because I do this every day. Because once you get on this journey, this plane, this boat, however you want to call it, and you start to witness from the smallest manifestations to the biggest ones, it feels so good. And the other day when I was sitting with Spirit, and Spirit told me, Daisy, you're living your dream life. You've always wanted to live where you're living. You always wanted to have the type of house or apartment, home that you wanted. My home is a vacation. Every time people come over, they freak out. My daughter's boyfriend spent a whole week. We had this beautiful vacation. He spent the whole week with us. And he told my daughter that he didn't want to go back home. He's like, I don't want to go back home. He goes, how is this your life? Like, how is this your life? And, like when you're living this, you see it, but you don't recognize it as much as when other people come in and see your life. And I'm not even rich, people. I'm not rich, but I'm very successful. I'm super happy with my life. I'm constantly growing, constantly expanding, and sharing all of this with you all. So how do we rescript? Okay. So I have the journal that I showed you where I jot down my life. A lot of gratitude, but I also vent. Every day is not rainbows and butterflies. Every day is not peaches and cream. We're all going to have meltdowns. God knows I have plenty of them. But when I have those meltdowns, let's say me and my husband of 30 years get in a fight, or something happened that, an unexpected bill came in that really put some stress, right? I will go and sit, and this I do it right before bed, okay? There's something magical about doing some of this work right before you go to sleep. Humans, we don't understand. Scientists cannot explain what happens to us when we go off into that beautiful dream realm. Nobody knows where we go. There's been a lot of studies, there's been a lot of experimenting, but nobody really has concrete evidence or criteria to explain where do we go, what happens, what do a lot of the dreams and visions and feelings mean. What I have noticed through my many, many years of doing this, because I'm ready, I'm not a spring chicken. I've been doing this for a few decades, my friends. I will write, this was March 5th. Happy Sunday. Today has been amazing. I'm truly grateful for this wonderful day. So I always start with gratitude, even if it's the worst day in the world, because this is not my journal. This is not my journal. This is my script. So let's say that you're having an awful day. This unexpected bill came through. And that happened to me with a bill of over $2,000. That, like, I don't know if you know before, I have... if you read the book, The Richest Man in Babylon, I recommend everybody reads that book. We go into the lessons in that book in my wealth course, as well as the abundance book, as well as Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, The Success Factor. I use a lot of the different teachings of the greats, Neville Goddard, Abdullah, and I have incorporated all of these beautiful exercises into my own life, seen what's worked, taught them to my clients. They have had great manifestations. Scripting has been number one. So this bill comes in, and I'm not tapping into my savings. I'm not tapping into this money's coming in, friends. I'm getting to the point, because before, our poverty-stricken mindset is, I'm going to take it out of my savings because I got to pay the light. I'm going to take it out of I'm going to take it out of this money that I have in my drawer because I got to pay the water bill, whatever. That is the poverty mentality. When you become an infinite abundance energy, you say, today is a wonderful day. Unexpectedly, the $2,100 that I needed to pay, whatever it is that came in, just showed up. I am so grateful. I paid the bill in full. I feel so much at ease. I really love feeling like this. I really love that I'm able to pay this whatever debt bill, whatever it is. So you're being grateful, instead of hating the electric bill, hating your mortgage or rent, hating, your taxes. Oh my God, I used to get so mad at the government because, the more you make at a 9 to 5, the more money comes out of your check. And some of my checks, The government was taking $200 or $300 because the more money you make, the more money they take out. And you're not looking that you're making $1,000, $2,000 and it feels good. You're looking at, oh my God, they just took $200 or $300. That's that poverty mentality always trying to creep in. So instead of being grateful for the $1,000, $2,000 you're making, you're looking at the negative, right? So you got to shift that energy into, I'm so grateful that I made $1,000, $2,000. I'm so grateful I made $300. I mean, I remember, like I said, I used to get paid $3.75 an hour. That's how old I am. And I know people that used to get paid a lot less. And I remember my checks were like, and I used to do overtime. Back then, overtime did not exist. And my checks were like $300 a week. And I thought I was rich because my rent was only $500. So if I worked a week and a half, I paid my rent, you know? But then I was working a lot. But I've always been a business savvy person. I've always been very abundant. If you guys did my wealth class, I shared with you the story of where my poverty mentality came from, where my less than energy came from. I wasn't born with it. It wasn't even my parents, which were crazy. It was my mother-in-law that did this to me. So when I script at night, even though that bill made me cry, because you know it does. You know some of these bills are going to make you freaking cry because, oh my God, I have to pay $2,000 because that's how some of us are paying $2,000 in rent. If you're living in Miami, you're paying $3,000. You know, I've heard of people in New York that pay $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. You know, here where I live, my next door neighbor, there's four people that are living in 2 bedrooms. Imagine that. I can't think that. But that's how they do it because, you know, they want to be able to live comfortably. They want to be able to pay their rent, but also splurge and have fun because where I live, we're all about splurging and having fun and going out. There's a lot of fun things, a lot of vacation-y things to do. So I will sit down and say, I'm truly happy and grateful that the money unexpectedly came into my life because I'm not guiding the how. Now, I know I have an Etsy shop. I know that I have clients that find me from Pinterest, you know, but I don't put it on, hey, the money came in from my Etsy shop. The money came in because this client came in. No, the money came to me easily and effortlessly, unexpectedly. My main focus is the end. And that's the secret I'm going to teach you today, guys. So put your pants on. The secret is in the end. And this is so hard to do. But with scripting, it's easier. Because you are scripting how you want to live. Okay? Let's say, for example, I lived with my mom for a long time and I dreaded it. Dreaded living with my mom. So I would script my dream home. Having a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom. I didn't even say 3 bathrooms. I said 2 bathrooms. It was a 3-bed. My mind was a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment that had a pool. I didn't overthink amenities. I didn't think about anything that I paid X amount of money or that I could afford it. You know, I wanted something that was easy to pay every month. You know, and I did this, and it took a while because I had a lot of blocks, and I had a lot of negativity, and I had to really talk myself out of that vibration. Sometimes you're stuck. I was stuck for 5 years, you know? So I get it when people tell me, Daisy, it's not working. I understand. The point is determination. You want to be there. You want to do it because you want whatever it is that you want, and you focus on it, and you do it, and you act upon it. I'll never forget when I walked into the Nissan and I saw the Nissan 2016 and I said, that's the car that I'm going to have. I'm going to buy this car. And I walked in to the Nissan dealership and I got in the car. I didn't drive it, but I got in the car. I looked at all the bells and whistles. Beautiful. I drive my Nissan. I love, love, love my car, you know. So the point is that you could have anything and everything that you want and you desire. Yes. Desired about 6 feet in the trailer. Yes. Because that's how you did it. And now even more so, you know, here's another thing. I have a client. He's one of my on-calls because, I do altars for clients. I only do very little altars because I give a lot of attention to these specific clients. So he's trying to make side money because he's on a fixed income. So that means he's, retired. So he doesn't have a job. So this what he gets is what he gets. So he wanted to find a way of making extra money. And he lived by himself, but he had a 3-bedroom paid home. So I don't know how we got to it. We were doing a spiritual reading, and what he did was that he made the rest of the rooms they have bathrooms, and then on the other one, I think he added like a little bathroom, and he rents them out. One of them I think is Airbnb because he's somewhere there's like racetracks or something, and they have events. So one of them is for Airbnb, and when it's not, it's like guests that come over. And then the other ones he rents out. So now he has his fixed income and a side hustle. So he's like, Daisy, wow, this shit is real, And then I'm saying, and I tell him, I said, hey, this is not the only thing, because now you have this new income that's coming in. So you could use what we're teaching, how to work the energy of money, because money is an energy. So now I'm teaching you the laws of money. He's setting aside money. He's investing in gold and silver. He understands all that mumbo jumbo about, I think he's doing some art stuff in the gaming world. I don't know, because that's a whole other language I don't speak. So he's starting to get into that, but now he has the leeway to do that, So be open when you start this. So why are we doing this for 44 days? I get that question a lot. Daisy, why am I giving you 44 days? And I tell them, because it takes us at least 21 days to break the barriers. And we're going to add an additional 20 days to that or more. So you could clear the energy and start this new path. Building wealth is a lifestyle. The rich are always investing and always expanding and always, bringing in new wealth and new prosperity in their life. The reason why a lot of us don't is because we have this issue called that we conform. We start making a few $1,000s. It pays the bills. We're good. Think about like the hustle of the rent or the mortgage. You hustle. I gotta pay the rent. I gotta pay the mortgage. You come up with the money. And then the next week you're like, whew, so glad that shit's over. We conform because it's comfortable, right? So, but what if instead of conforming, you hustle, and then you make more money? So then not only are you paying that rent, but then you have extra cushion to pay next month's rent. And then before you know it, you're paying 3 months rent, and you're starting to put money aside to invest in what you want to invest in. Start your gig, and I'm going to tell you something you want to really inspire yourself. I think it's called Upflip, UPFLIP. It's a YouTube channel, and all they do is interview successful people like you and me that started a side gig, and now it's a multi-million-dollar company, a 6-figure company, and they're doing amazing. So how do you script forgiveness? Because that was Gabby's question. How do you're with someone, cause a lot of chaos in your life, and now you need to forgive them, but you also need to forgive yourself, because like Gabby told me that my story really touched her, because a long time I was mad at myself, because if I wouldn't have listened to my mother-in-law and I would have done what I wanted to do way back in the 90s when I was in my 20s, my life might have been different, right? Because I already had a business that I had sold. I had an orchid business that was making in the 90s $500+ a day. I kid you not, in the 90s. And it was too overwhelming because of the outside noise. I allowed that outside noise to crumble like Lego pieces, my lifestyle and my to-do, you know? And then to make it even worse, I was promised something that never was given. Never. So that hurt. That was very hurtful because it was family that did this, that you trust, right? So how do I forgive? Because yeah, she was a bitch. Let's be honest. That's how I feel. But how do I forgive me for allowing her to do that to me and to my children? You know, because that was my main thing. It wasn't about me. As a mother, you're always thinking about your kids and what you would do for them. And if you had, you know, extra amount of money, how would you support them? How would you take care of them? You know? So that was done, and it took me a long time to forgive her and forgive myself. So how do you forget that? It's okay, Rio, you're welcome. Once this ends, you could like restart it because I leave it up. So you're really trying to touch the bases of the manifesting the wealth class and sharing how to script and start working. So even if you just take what I share in this video and incorporate it into your life, you're going to see like major changes. So when you're scripting to forgive, I would say I'm truly happy and grateful that I learned how to change, that I learned how not to do that anymore, that I accept my flaws. I accept that I was wrong. I accept that I shouldn't have stayed there that long. So I'm not like sugarcoating anything because yeah, I messed up, you know? It is. Yeah. The family will do it to you. The family will do it to you. So, and I learned that. Let me tell you, I learned that strangers were sometimes, and that's why I do what I do, because I love connecting with people that I don't know. I love it. I just had an email from someone that's like, so Daisy, I did what you said, and my business is bringing me $1,000 every week. She's like, I would have never believed this. She's like, I'm writing. She's like, I'm writing this to you, and I still don't believe it because I thought it was like, it's not gonna work. This is just like something that I did on the side. It was like an arts and craft things, art stuff that she was doing, that she would do every few months. They would have flea markets. She would take them. She did good in the flea markets, but it wasn't a constant thing. And now she's still afraid of quitting her job. And I told her, I always say, you go with your gut, okay? Don't listen to anybody that tells you to quit your job, do this, do that. You listen to you, because your heart is gonna guide you the right way. And I'm never like when I work with my clients, I never tell them break up with them, leave them. If Spirit says, hey, this person's no good for you, Spirit will tell you, hey, this person's no good for you. But you love this person. So this is, you know, try this. You know, they always give you an alternative, you know, because it's your life. That's my main thing. Gabby, I will send you a personal email because again, yours was very personal question, so I can't get into the details of that. Okay, the next one I love. I got, where is she? Kathy. Kathy explains to me, so she's working on something. Again, it's personal, so I can't tell you all the details. So I'm just gonna share the question because these are great questions. So Kathy is in the middle of a huge change in the company that she works for. Now, the outcome that she wants is for her to give her some kind of big bonus so she could just, deuces, I'm going to do me, thank you for the time, right? So she's like, how is your wealth course going to help me do that? So this is what I would do. I'm truly happy and grateful for all the years that I spent with X company. I'm truly honored that I was able to grow and learn and expand. I love they have recognized how amazing I am, and they wrote a check, a bonus, a plan, a contract, and then you write the sum of what you want. And I'm gonna give you a perfect example. I had a client, and she's off to bigger and better things. She is a doctor, but she's like a contract doctor. I think she like works for like the government or something. So everything was very contract. So this is what you're getting, and then that's it. So I asked her, I said, well, how much do you want to make? Because you're a doctor. Like, so she's like, well, Daisy, I would love to make $100,000 plus a bonus. So I said, well, that's what you're going to script. The moment that you feel that you deserve this money, that you're good enough to receive this money, your life will change. When I first started doing readings, my readings were $21. And before that, they were free because it was like a guilt factor. Oh, you have a gift from God. The angels talk to you. You can't charge. You can't do this. You can't do that. Everybody has their, don't do it this way, don't do it that way. So finally, when I learned that I could charge because, we're giving and receiving, I was charging $21. I still have a client. It's like, Daisy, do you remember when you used to charge me $44 for an hour reading? And of course, her readings were never an hour, they were like 2 hours. And I was like, and it was like, yeah, I remember those days. You start to grow and expand. It's like anyone, you have to feel that you deserve the money that you want. Because I could ask for $1 million every single day. I could go and play the lottery every single day. But if I don't feel that I deserve the lottery, if I don't feel that I'm going to win the lottery, I probably never will. You understand? And I know it's hard, but you want to live in the end game. And how do you do that? By scripting. And that's what I teach you in this class. I'm going to teach beautiful Kathy how she's going to get exactly what she desires. Exactly what she desires. And we're going to do this in a 44-day window. 44-day window to achieve just that. And I am excited. I think I've answered everybody's question. I'm going to go look at Wix because I want to show you the water magic so you guys can manifest some awesome stuff. We just did the checks, and some people are still getting checks. I'm still getting checks, so I love manifesting. Okay, so I want to see if I missed anybody's. Somebody sent a message, but there's nothing in the message. It could just be mine. Okay. All right, so I don't see any more questions. All right, so let's do some water magic. Now, I'm going to add this. If you're taking the free wealth class, that's linked below, I will add, of course, the video that I'm going to upload, and I'm going to add the printable so you guys could do this. This is so much fun. So let me close this, and then I'll go into the giveaway. So this is something that you could do at home, okay? A lot of you are going to tell me, Daisy, I don't have a printer. I can't print. That's fine. Dollar Tree has postcards. They cost $1.25 because Dollar Tree is now $1.25 tree. So you can get some postcards. I made them pretty because I'm all about the vision. I'm all about the visual. So these are the ones that I made. This is the first one. And the first one I wrote, you hold all the power. The magic is already within you. Okay? So today I'm filled with gratitude because. So you're going to write your intention on the first postcard. Okay? So I wrote about my wealth course because my goal is I want 30 people to participate in my wealth course. I think I have 4. So I have ways to go. But I believe in miracles. I believe in abundance, and I believe in prosperity. And I believe that a lot of people are going to come into my channel and they're going to love my work and they're going to be like, I want to do this. I'm sorry. My throat is like, I guess I'm talking too much. So I would write, today I'm filled with gratitude because over 50 different people signed up to my classes. You saw how I did that? My goal is 30, but I wrote over 50. Over, meaning if it's over 50, 60, 100, it's fine. But in my mindset, my main goal is 30. So even if I make 20 people, even if I make 10 or 15 people, I'm still very happy. You want to stay in the gratitude of no matter what you receive, it is good. Because that means you are receiving. That it means you are manifesting. Maybe I won't get to the 50 people. Maybe I'll get more than 50 people. Just being open to it. Sign up to my classes. And over 1,000 people saw my video about water magic. And they loved it. And they shared it. And they started sending me manifesting emails. I feel so good when you guys message me and say, Daisy, I did this and it freaking worked and I manifested this. Going back to my client, Yara. She manifested her promotion. It wasn't a big one, but she still got the promotion. And she's like, Daisy, I'm in a better place. I'm still not there where I want to be, but I'm almost there. And I know it can happen because this happened. So this is what manifesting is about, is always realizing, because sometimes we forget. And just like I shared with you that it took my daughter's boyfriend to be like, oh my God, this is your life, to really be like, oh my God, this is my life. I have a freaking awesome life. So you wrote your postcard. It's fine. Fill it up. You can fill up the back, as a journal entry. You script about it. I'm truly happy and grateful that over 50 people signed up to my wealth course. They loved it. They were blessed because I bless you. Every time I set an intention for myself, for my courses, for my Etsy shop, I always bless everyone that comes in because I want you to do awesome. And I do receive it because then you guys send me the emails and the letters in the mail. The checks. I get tips from clients because they've manifested thousands of dollars and they'll send me a check for $50. I had a check for $2,000 a couple of months ago from a client that I don't even remember him, because they did something that I shared with and I don't know, was it they gambled, poker or whatever, and they decided to write me a check because they were so grateful. I'm always manifesting, always manifesting. So then you're going to get your postcard. You're going to get a water bottle. I took off, all the water bottles have a brand on it. I cut it off, okay? If it doesn't completely come off, it's fine, okay? The point is that I don't want it to say Publix purified water. I wanted to say, I got 50 new participants in my class. Got it? So then I'm going to wrap it. Somebody messaged me and it's like, Daisy, you could have just used a rubber band. I didn't even think about that. I actually used my contact tape. I think it's called contact tape. So what I do is I grab some tape. Okay? And then you're going to hold your water. You're going to close your eyes. And you're going to state, I'm truly happy and grateful. Your intention. You're going to state and you're going to hold it. And you're transmuting the energy of your intention into the water. Okay? What I do with this is I usually put it on a windowsill so I could get sun and moon energy. Okay? I put my crystals around it. Again, I'm going to have a video. If you got part of the free wealth, all of this is going to be up. So you could have a how-to exactly, plus a video that I created for this ritual. Now, on the next day, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to do this for 8 consecutive days. If you miss a day, you have to start all over. I recommend that you do this in the morning before you do anything else. Of course, you can wake up, go to the bathroom, brush your teeth. But I'm saying before you check your emails or check your phone messages, before you have any outside energy, it's really important. And I'm going to express why. Because you haven't eaten anything. Okay? So you're consuming the energy of your intention. The magic is in the divinity of the water. Water is divine. We are 70 to 80% or more water. Our planet is one of the only planets that is known to have the divinity of the element of water as a liquid form. Water goes from liquid to ice to air. I mean, look at all the transitions of water. Like, think about it. The rain, the humidity. Like Florida, we're very humid. Our plants here, our air plants, absorb water by breathing it in. So just think of all the magic that I'm sharing with you with the element of water. So then, on day 1, you're adding the energy. Okay? And then, very simply, the next day, you're going to get postcard number 2. And you're going to state the same intention. You want to stay on the same intention, okay? This is something that you want. This could be a bill. This could be you had a fight with your beloved and you want to make up, whatever it is. This could be, maybe you need a new car and you really need it. You really need this car. Whatever it is that you feel like is something that you really need, 8 days, you're going to give all this energy to it for 8 days. Now, this doesn't mean it's going to manifest within the next 8 days, because remember, things for manifesting take moon cycles. So manifestations could happen overnight. I have had manifestations happen overnight because I feel like everything was kind of like in sync with that vibration. Just be open, okay? Always stay in gratitude. Never say it doesn't work. Don't wait for the 8th day, it didn't happen, and you're like, it didn't work. No, allow. Just 8 days, okay? So then the next day, again, you write down exactly what you desire, same intention. You could change it around. I wrote, all the magic I need is already mine. All I must do is connect to my magic and everything else will come. I wrote these little quotes on there to affirm that this is already yours. So this that you intended is already part of your physical reality, okay? And then what you're going to do is on the next day, or you could do it the first day, you set your intention. Again, in the video, I show you exactly how to do everything. You're going to grab, this one already melted because it had ice in it. You're going to grab a cup of water. You're going to get your intention water. This water has your desire embedded in it, because not only did you add the desire to it through written word, but you transmuted it through energy, and now you're going to consume it. So then you're going to grab a little bit of water. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. Pour it in your cup and consume it, okay? As you're drinking it, you are in gratitude. I am so grateful that over 50 people signed up to my wealth class and they all manifested everything that they intended and desires, because that's how I like to do my intentions. And my intentions, not only am I, because of course I love stuff for myself, but I'm always blessing everybody else because that's just the person that I am. But I have intentions just for myself. I have a Coach bag that costs us $2,000 that I want. Let's be real. So there's things that you're allowed to ask for. If you want to intend your Coach bag, then by all means do it. But as you consume the water, you're grateful for what it is that you're asking for, as if it is already yours. Because the only thing that is real is now. You are creating for tomorrow, but now is what is real. And I sent you, and the printable has 4 different really cute postcards. I would print twice, that way you get 8 copies, because you're going to do this for 8 consecutive days. So this is really, really cool. Similar in Louisiana. What's similar in Louisiana? I haven't been to Louisiana. I've been to a couple of places. I haven't been there. All right, what else? I said, the giveaway. So I said I was going to talk about the giveaway. So if I make it to my goal of the 30 people, you guys that signed up are going to be able to nominate a friend, a family member, whoever you want, a coworker that you feel would benefit from this 44-day wealth course. And on March 17th, once I make the 30 people, we're going to be doing a live just like this. I will show the randomizer with your friends' names or handles, and we will randomize, and 10 of them will receive the wealth course for free. So you get to gift. So it's like if you're buying it for yourself and for someone else, because I'm giving 10 winners a shot of this wealth course for free. We always have a friend in need. I had some beautiful soul that says like, Daisy, I absolutely love your work. Can I share you with my mom? I'm like, please share me with everyone. The reason I have the free resources is because if I help you manifest, you are going to take care of me, because that's how it works. So I'm not doing it like that, because when I used to do readings and stuff way back then for free, I did it because I loved it. Of course, it felt great when I was able to make a living and a career from my work, but I still have people that I help. As a matter of fact, you're going to laugh at me, but we have a healing prayer chain now for Bruce Willis because, you know, he has major dementia. And some people are like, oh, but he's rich and this and that, and they'll probably criticize. But I'm thinking, here is a man who I think is an absolutely great actor. I don't know him in real life. He might be the biggest jerk, which I don't think so, because all the people talk about him say that he's a great guy. And I think he's like in his 60s, and he has dementia. He's already like losing aspects of reality. So we are doing like a healing chain over him, you know, to help him so that way he can have more time with his kids and whatever. Because, you know, once, you know, I know because both of my grandmothers had dementia, but they had it when they were in their 80s and 90s. Like, you expect somebody late 70s, 80s, and 90s to have this, but not someone, you know, as young as in their 60s, you know? Because I think about, like, me and my dad were talking, my dad's like 67, and he's like, you know, I know all my stuff, I know everything is going on. So we're constantly doing healing and stuff, you know, we're a very giving person. Now, the next giveaway is if I make it to 50, which is like my major goal, I'm going to be giving away, oh, now I forgot. I don't remember if it was 5 of my personal scriptings, which is, I have it written down. I did email blast to you. So the personal scripting is that these I sell for $333. These are the packages I sell because I'm scripting for the client. The client is coming to me and saying, Daisy, this is what I want to manifest. And I'm creating the script for them. And I'm sending a message, like a video of their spiritual energy of what is, you know, happening spiritual. The spirit will tell them this, that, or the other. Let me make sure. I shared that. Okay, so once I have the 30 wealth course live, I will use random or to use super manifesting clients. These beautiful courses will participate on manifesting with one video. I charge. I will also be gifting. Oh, so I changed. So actually, once I have, I think I'm giving 20 participants, not many. So it's not 10. I'm actually giving 20. So think if I get 30 people to sign up, 20 people. It's so funny. 20 people are going to be able to nominate. So think about it. That is such, you know, and I might even, because I'm kind of crazy, I might just let you nominate anybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be like, just nominate. Okay, if I do the 50. Oh, I love this one. Okay, so if I get to the 50, I will give away a manifesting altar. So that is over $500. I think it's actually $600 value because my altars are that much a month. And this person gets readings. I work completely on their energy, on their work. So if I make it to the 50 mark, that's something that I get that you will receive. So the giveaways are really nice. I sent it in the email blast. So if you're part of my AWeber email list, you got this email. If you have questions about the giveaway, you can message me. And I think I'm going to wrap it up because we already been here for 44 minutes. So if anybody else has any more questions. Well, the humidity. Yes, the humidity here is great. It's like the air plants. But my orchids love it. I have orchids all over my house. All over. I have them everywhere. So if you guys have any more questions, I hope I didn't miss anything. I'm pretty positive that I stated everything. The water magic will be in the free wealth class. I'm going to add it right now so you guys could do that. It's a lot of fun. I want to thank you for being here. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell. That way, every time I have new videos or new lives, you are part of this magic. If you watch this at a later time and you have questions, my email is lovegoddessdaisy@yahoo.com, and I have a new one. I can't remember it off the top of my head, but I will link everything below. You all have a magical week. I look forward to seeing you in the wealth class. Again, I will link it below. It's only $55.55. I know that I think PayPal has a way for you to pay for it with credit. For those of you that can't pay the whole $55.55, you could also message me. We could split it up. So I send you love and blessings, and I will talk to you soon.